Jump scare! Jump scare. Hello? Very small streaming audience. Oh my gosh. It's so peaceful in here. Hello everyone, hello. Welcome to my very first Patreon live stream. Whoa, what the heck? What the heckity heck is going on? I'll tell you guys what's going on. I'm experimenting. This is an experiment. We will continue the experiment after I close my blinds. Frickin' wintertime, it gets so dark so fast. 1 second. Gonna shut my windows so my neighbors can't see that I'm a VTuber and think I'm cringe. Alright. So, I talked about this on disc. I just broke my fucking nail trying to pull my chair closer to my desk. That's... Egads. Ouchies. Anyway, I'll deal with that later. Hope that's not an omen. But yeah, so here's what happened. Is that, so this stream, the live stream, is only available to patrons. So I've only shared the link with the folks who are in the live chat right now. There's 22 people in here. That's so tiny. That's minuscule. That's like 1/10 of what I usually get, and I'm so excited. Yeah, so the VOD, however, will be available for the public. It's unlisted right now. I will be making the VOD available for everybody after the stream is over. And a couple of folks are probably wondering why I'm doing that. And the honest answer is that I'm stressed. I am stressed, and dealing with so many people in the live chat is kind of unnerving and scary and makes it hard for me to stream. And bless my mod team, they cannot always be here all the time, and I cannot moderate chat and draw at the same time. So I was just like, what if I just streamed for patrons and then released the VODs for everybody? Because that way people could still watch the VODs and see the streams and have fun. But there's way fewer people for me to moderate. And then I can like actually read chat and see what you guys are saying. It's like, oh my god, incredible. Incredible. But yeah, so we're drawing sad French people today. You guys, I bought and beat Expedition 13 in under a week, and I'm a little bit obsessed with that game now, not gonna lie. I'm very into it. I enjoyed it heavily. I am immediately doing a second playthrough because I was so eager to get through the plot. I didn't really do much of the bonus, like, I didn't really explore much at all when I first played it, and so now I'm doing a New Game Plus playthrough, and I'm going back and I'm getting all the stuff I missed, which was a lot. How worried should I be about potential spoilers? I will not be spoilering any major plot events. I might say character names. You're going to see the characters in the stream, so some of them like don't come in until a little bit later, but you know most of these fuckers by 10 hours in. I will not be doing any major spoilers. I will be talking about, like, oh, it's pretty, oh, it's this and that, oh, it's... I will not really be spoiling anything that would not be spoiled by a trailer or a, like, spoiler-free review of the game. I don't want to spoil anything, and I will be doing my very best not to do so, because it's one of those games where you really want to go in without spoilers. Keep hearing about this game, I wasn't sure about it, but people keep hyping it up, and honestly, they're right to do so. It's fucking phenomenal. Like, guys, I was telling my therapist about this game last week, and the way it just fucking sucked me in immediately. I will give you guys an example of how into this game I am. I'm one of those ADHD bitches who has to have, like, something on in the background while I am doing my tasks. Even if that task is playing a video game. Like, when I'm playing Uma Musume or whatever, just, like, doing my little dailies, I'll usually have, like, a YouTube video or something on in the background just to keep my brain occupied, because that game requires so little brain activity. And I'll just be like sitting there and I'll be watching like an Am I the Asshole compilation or some shit. I don't know. I couldn't do that without... I could not do that with Expedition 33. I was like 2 hours into the game and I'm just like sitting there playing it. And it's like, you know, I'm not even doing anything interesting in the game. I'm like just going through the dungeon and like fighting enemies and stuff. And I'm like, I hate not being fully immersed in this. I turned my fucking YouTube videos off. And I just sat in that game and I played it with no external distractions. And I was just like, I was just listening to the music and vibing. That's what we're listening to right now, by the way. We're listening to the soundtrack. And like that has, I don't know if that's ever happened. I don't know if that has ever happened to me. That this game fucking turned off my ADHD. It was just like, no, you will be locked the fuck in on this. And I'm like, yes, sir. Yes, sir, my sad French boys. That is high praise, extremely high praise. Like, knowing me, that is extremely high. It's just like, I just want to be in the moment right now. And I never want to be in the moment, so hearing me say that, I hope gives you guys an idea. Like, occasionally, like, if I had to backtrack, I would just, like, pop something easy on, but the minute I was, like, back into the game, I was like, okay, now I'm playing this again. We're doing this. Like, I'm on my second time through, and, like, you know, going through areas I've already been through, I might have a video on in the background, but not most of the time. I wish I was better at the dodging and parrying. Yeah, so my thing is, for my second playthrough, it's on New Game Plus, but I did turn it down to story mode, which is basically easy mode, which widens the timing for parrying so significantly. It's like playing a different game. Which did make it a lot easier. It's like, I'm playing New Game Plus just because I want to keep all the outfits that I got. I'm not here for a challenge. I'm just here to vibe and get all the shit that I missed the last time. Because I finished that game, and then I was like, okay, I'm out of Spoiler Town. I'm gonna go watch some YouTube videos about this. And then they start talking about characters that I never met. And I'm like, who the fuck is that? And I'm like, who? So yeah, I pretty much immediately just went back into it because I'm like, I need to find out what the fuck all the rest of this stuff is, because I didn't find that. And like, I'm going through and I'm playing through these areas again, and I'm like, wow, I didn't find half of this shit. I just did not do anything in this game at all, I guess. So if you're going to play the game, my recommendation would be slow down, smell the roses, and explore, because there is a lot to find, apparently. Is it an RPG? It is. So it plays very similarly to a turn-based JRPG. But it was made by a French company, and all the characters, like, the world is based, it's basically fantasy France. France-tasy. It is extremely good. But yeah, it's turn-based, but it doesn't feel like... It's like somewhere between turn-based and Dark Souls is how I've heard some people describe it. Because it's turn-based, but when it's not your turn, you're still doing stuff, like dodging and parrying things, which is very Dark Souls. And I'm allowed to say that because my brother, who fucking loves Dark Souls, adores this game and was one of the big reasons I played it. So... Okay, were we talking about Expedition 33, the game I'm currently working on a sticker sheet of. Oh my god, there's only 25 people in chat. It's so much easier to read. Guys, it's so weird. So I've been waffling with the idea of doing Patreon streams for a couple months now. Like, I think I first started considering it like over the summer. And I just never did it because I was just, you know, distracted by other things and wasn't streaming a whole lot in general anyway. There's Holly. Hi, Holly. Welcome to the smallest fucking stream. But yeah, I've been pondering doing this for a while. And I was just like, I don't know, because I feel like I want more people to be able to come to my stream. So I don't want to, like, paywall streams. That feels bad. But what I realized was, oh, you can just set the VODs to public, and then people can still watch the VODs and enjoy and not feel like it's behind a paywall, but it will be so much easier on you if you just, you know, make it so that only the live chat, like, only patrons have the live chat, because then you won't have to, like, worry so much about moderation. You could just kind of take it easy. You'll actually be able to read chat because it does go by so fast. And I was just like, hell yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, brother. So don't say anything that you guys don't want the public to see, because they will be seeing it after the stream ends. But yeah, I mean, I was talking to my therapist about this. I talked to her about fucking everything. I think that's what you're supposed to do, but yeah. Just talking about how, like, I did my stream last Monday, and I kind of finished that stream and I didn't really feel great afterwards. It just felt like there were too many people and I got really overwhelmed, and I just wasn't really happy. And then it got hit by a stupid copyright strike or some shit, so I'm like, God, fuck you, okay? It's blah. What's going on with your arm, Gustav? I don't have my reference images readily available. You're gonna be so small, I think I can skimp on some of the details in your robot arm, sir. How'd you even get that? I want to know how Gustav loses his arm. I want to know. I want to know the drama. What's the tea? Did you stick your hand in machinery, sir? Did you lose it in a fight? Did a dog rip it off? I want to know. How did you lose your arm, Gustav? He's so pretty. Him and his mechanical arm. Both the, like, main boys in this game are so fucking hard to draw, though. Like, I was trying to draw them, and it's, like, so I was trying to draw Verso a little bit over the weekend, and y'all saw some of my silly doodles, I'm sure. But fucking Verso is so hard to draw because he just has this unique look of a man possessed about him. He just looks like he is constantly at his wit's end and trying to hold it together. Which he is, but trying to draw that facial expression underneath just, like, every single, like, expression that man makes is just, like, it's the blue-eyed stare. The French music is really adding to the vibe. We're listening to the soundtrack. It's the soundtrack from the game. It's the soundtrack from the game. It's the soundtrack from the game. What song are we on, actually? Oh, yeah. This is all just, like, variation. We're just listening to the soundtrack in the order the songs are on Spotify. And so it's just playing, like, all the variations of the starting area theme. Which is a good jam. Is the accordion version. And I feel like if you want something to sound French, you just bust out the accordion. But yeah, some of the music in this game fucking rules. Like, I've unwittingly entered the subgenre of YouTube shorts where it's just watching people's reactions to certain boss fights specifically because of the music. And it's like, yep. That's how it feels when you hear that song for the first time. And then, you know, a lot of the songs, the lyrics are in French. And I don't speak French, so I'm just jamming. And then I go look up the lyrics, the English lyrics after the fact. And, ow! Ow! Fucking what's his name? Sexualize that old man. What is his name? Renoir. I keep wanting to think his name is Renault. That's not his name. Renoir. His fucking battle theme, you know the one. You look up the lyrics to that song after you beat the game and you know what's going on. Holy fuck. I'm not okay. I'm so un-okay, actually. with that fucking song, and the fact that it is a duet and they're like fighting in the music and it's just like I cry, I sad, I scream and cry, and I'm just like, I wish that I had Blorbos that this song worked with, because I'm losing my shit. That's how I show love for music, is I assign the songs to Blorbos. And so now it's like, well, none of these songs really work that well for any of my Blorbos. So I feel like I need to come up with some Blorbos that fit the music. Also, we are kind of flirting with copyright again, because I don't know if any of these songs are gonna get me copyright dinged on YouTube. I guess we'll find out after the stream. But you know what? Even if they do turn on revenue sharing, I'm just gonna let it, because the devs can have my money, it's fine. The devs can have what little ad revenue I earn from this, it's fine. I very much liked their video game. I really liked their video game, and I would like them to make more video games so they can have some of my revenue from the stream. It's okay. I can't even be mad. I won't even be mad about that. It's like a tip. The $5 I inevitably earn from ad share revenue going to the devs is just a little tip, a little treat. Give him a little bit of walking around money. Gustav, how the fuck do I draw your hair, sir? Analyzing those lyrics to see if it fit one of my Blorbos, and look at it did. I'm sad. Also, yeah, Monaco's theme has no business going that hard and only being 2.5 minutes long. What the fuck? What the fork? They're indeed working on another game set in the same universe. Yes! Because that's what I want. That is exactly what I want, because without spoiling anything, once you get past a certain point in the story, you learn about stuff that's happening kind of outside the scope of the plot of the game. You get like hints at it, you get like little glimpses at it, but you never actually really find out what's going on with that. And you don't need it to understand the plot of this specific game, but goddamn, I want to know what's going on with that. It's like they showed me like a blurry image of the most delicious croissant, and I'm like, what the fuck is up with that croissant? I want to eat that. And they're like, don't worry about the croissant. You've got like this whole 7-course meal right in front of you. I'm like, but what's that croissant over there though? Can I have a taste of that croissant? I want to see it. It's like a waiter walked past my table with a delicious croissant, and I'm like, how do I get me some of that? I'm like already eating deliciously. And she's just like the most delicious food on the server's tray as they walk right past you. And it's like, wait, come back. Wait, come back, I want some of that. So that's how I feel. I'm just like, please make video games forever and then let me play them. I will scream so much. Like, here's the thing, game. Here is the thing. I've been proselytizing about this game like a little bit, like a little wee bit. I was like, hey, scoots my chair up to some of my friends on Discord. I'm like, you should play this. You should play this, and then you should tell me what you think about it. But like a couple friends are just like, yeah, I don't like playing games on the PC and I don't have a PS5. And I'm like, oh, okay. What if I stream it? There is part of me, I've already beaten it, and I'm already playing a second playthrough. I am debating streaming this game just so I can show it to other people, because I need other people to understand what this game is and freak the fuck out about it with me. I need to share this with you guys. Because, like, okay, I didn't do a whole lot of the extra stuff. I didn't do a whole lot of exploring. I was playing on standard and I beat that game in 20 hours. I could probably lessen that time if I played on story mode. So, potentially. Potentially. Because, like, I did that with Bravely Default too. It's like, I'd already played it. There were no surprises for me. I just streamed it because I really wanted other people to be able to appreciate it. And that was fun. We did that. But yeah, like, for people who maybe don't have the means to play it themselves, don't have the time or money to get it themselves, but still want to know what all the hype is about, I'd be willing to stream it. I'd be willing to stream. I'd be willing to do that for you guys. If enough people tell me that they want me to do that, I'll do it. It probably won't be for a little bit, though. So you guys, if you do want to play it yourself, you have time to prepare yourself and catch up. Catch up, mustards. My husband is begging for you to stream it. I see, I see. And this is coming from the patron, so you guys are funding this shit. I still need to finish playing the new Somnium Files game. Yeah, what about the Somnium Files game? I kind of fell off of that one. I have not played it since our last stream. I've just been distracted. And, like, there's part of me that's just like, what if I just finish this not on stream? But then people who watch it would be disappointed. People would be disappointed. And I'm like, I kind of just want to play this to myself. Because okay, so, like, one of the reasons I started playing Expedition 33 at all was I was just feeling very creatively malnourished. Expedition 33 happened to the Somnium Files game. Yeah, that's kind of what happened, actually. That's kind of what happened. And man, there's also a new Katamari game out. Ugh, gotta play all the video games. All of these video games. Logging onto my computer to access chat and say, yes, I'm very interested in seeing Expedition 33 streams. Okay. Okay. Any reason for more streams is a good reason. I agree. I agree. I feel like I've not streamed very much this year. And I mostly feel bad about that because my new VTuber is very cute and I want to use her. I want to use her. She's a baby. I worked for like a year on this model. I literally started the art in like 2023 and I didn't finish it until the end of 2024, and then Sarah finally did the rig for me, and then I didn't stream much this year because of happenstance and things happening that I'm not gonna go into because it's personal life bullshit. Anyway. Did you ever end up playing ZA? I didn't, because I have not yet purchased a Switch 2. And right now, if I purchased a Switch 2, it would probably just be a Bravely Default remake machine. That is another game I do want to stream eventually, is the original Bravely Default. They remade it for the Switch 2. And I want to stream it for you guys because I love Bravely Default. Love it. I love that game very much. It's not a perfect game, but it is a game that I love very, very much, and also my dumbass stupid son Ringabel is in it. So. But yeah, I didn't end up, I considered buying a Switch 2 so I could play ZA, but my thing about ZA is just like, I don't know if I would enjoy it that much. It seems like it's only in that one city. And one of the reasons I really liked the original, what is it? Like, the original Pokemon Legends game was, like, getting to run around in all the different environments. And I feel like a game that just takes place all in the same city would get boring. Also, it's Terabad. I've heard mixed reviews to the point where I'm just like, if I don't think I enjoy this, if I don't think I'm going to enjoy this, then I don't think I should be spending my money on it. I'm trying to be more wise with my financial purchasing and where I choose to put my money dollars. And my money dollars were not screaming for it, so I did not buy it, and I bought my silly French sad boy video game instead. I could get ZA, or I could get Hades 2, Silksong, Dokapon Kingdom, and Hytale. Yeah. God, Dokapon Kingdom is another game that I would fucking love to stream. Dokapon Kingdom is a game that you collab with friends and do if you want them to not be friends with you anymore. I had that game for what? I think the Wii? Was that what that game came out on originally? I fucking love Dokapon Kingdom. It is a brutal fucking evil game. Evil game. And I love it. Dokapon Kingdom is like, what if Mario Party was a JRPG and also it made you want to kill your friends? It's so fun. It's like, oh yeah, it's Mario Party, but capitalism, and it makes you want to kill people. We played that game so much when I was in college. I need to actually bring up my references for these characters. Un momento. Need Gustav references because there's a lot going on his outfit. I need his references. Thank you. Open image in new tab. I would like to look at this image, please. Thank you. Save image. Put image into Clip Studio Paint. Open in my little side window here. Downloads Gustav. There he is. There's my beautiful French man and his silly little purple vest. A lot of people say that Gustav looks like Robert Pattinson. I don't really see it. I don't see it. I mean, like, I guess I can kind of see it, but that's definitely not what I thought when I first saw him for the first time. Okay, that's what's going on. He's got like his little belty belt, but it's also like it keeps his backpack on. Got a little belt for his backpack. His pentagon backpack. I don't know if it's a pentagon. It's a weird shape. I guess it's a pentagon. No, it's a hexagon. That bitch is a hexagon. That's what it is. Ah. See, the problem is that these guys have a whole lot of details in their outfits, and I'm trying to draw them very small, like little chibis, for my sticker sheet. Also, all their coats are asymmetrical, and I'm like, listen, I understand that you gotta look cool for your expedition that you're going on, but I feel like there's more practical wardrobe choices you could be making. That's just me. I guess, though, if it's the thing is, like, I was talking to friends about this last night, is like, listen, I guess if they're gonna find your corpse later because you died on the expedition, you gotta look cool, I guess. I can understand that part of it. If your corpse is going to rot away forever on this forbidden continent that is just full of monsters and shit, I guess it's beneficial to look cool. I can understand that. Which is why they have a little purple vest and an asymmetrical coat and all that nonsense. I do like their little purple coats a lot. If I was gonna be sent on a death mission out into the wild, I would want to wear a cool purple vest. I feel like that's the coolest thing you could. If you're gonna be slayed, you might as well slay. God, true. True. I should mention, do folks want like a basic summary of what this game is about so you know what the fuck I'm yapping about? I'm not gonna like spoil any major plot stuff. This is just like the basic premise. This is the stuff you will figure out while playing the first hour of the game, it has basically told you. Yes, yes, okay. So basically, I think it was like, so in this universe, it is fake France. It's not real France, it's fake France. And in fake France, I think it's 67 years ago, there was this event called the Fracture. And we're basically gonna call it like an apocalyptic event. where a bunch of fucking shit happened. And now, like, basically everywhere but Lumiere, which is like, it's basically Paris, France, but it's an island in the middle of the ocean now. The fracture happened and it got yeeted out into the ocean. And everywhere else is fucking no man's land. It's filled with monsters and it's all real fucked up. And off in the distance, there is this big structure called the Monolith, and it's basically exactly what it sounds like. It's this big fucking tower, and it's got a number on it. And every year, that number goes down. And so when the number goes down, so like it started at 100, and every year it goes down. So like the next year it would be 99, and basically every year, on the same day, everyone who is the age of the number on the monolith just dies. They dissolve into flower petals and they die, basically. And so basically on like 1 year after the fracture, the number goes down to 99, and so everyone who is 99 or older just fucking vanishes. They get Thanos stabbed, yeah, basically. But it's like, instead of dissolving into particles of sand, they dissolve into pretty rose petals, and it's beautiful. So at the monolith, there is actually like a very, very large person who is writing the numbers every year, and her name is the Paintress. And so basically every year they send out these expeditions of people who are going out there to try and kill the Paintress to stop this from happening. And usually it's people who only have like a year left to live. So for example, in the year of, like, the actual, I almost said comic. In the game, you are members of Expedition 33, which is the year, or the number on the monolith is now number 33. So everyone who is older than 33 gets Thanos snapped, basically. And that's like the inciting incident. Like, that happens within the first hour of the game. This is not spoilers. This is spoilers for the first, like, 30 minutes. And so basically the next day after the Thanos snap, everyone who is basically, not everyone, but most people who are in their final year, they're like, okay, we're 32. We're gonna die next year. Let's go try and kill the Paintress. And then you get to see all the fucking shit that happens. And a lot of shit happens. And so you're basically trying to stop the apocalypse, but also it's like, what I described it to a friend this way. It's like, what if the apocalypse got set in motion by an art student? Because it's a really artsy-fartsy apocalypse. It's like, the environments are freaking gorgeous. The monster designs are all like super fucking cool. And it's very Silent Hill in the way that all the monsters kind of represent stuff, but you don't figure it out until later. It's very interesting. But it's like very pretty. Like, there's this one area very early on called the Flying Waters. Fucking gorgeous. Like, I was walking through that area and I was just like, I have got to get weirder with my fantasy environments. I've got to get weirder, because this is so pretty, what the hell? But yeah, so that is the main premise of the game. All of the characters, except for a couple that you meet later, are all members of Expedition 33. And you are going through and you are watching them trying to stop the Paintress and make it so that people can keep living after they enter their 30s. But at this point in time, there's like not a lot of people left. Like, there's no one above the age of 33 in this world because they all fucking died. And it's like dark. It's like a very somber game, but it still has its cute moments. And it got several fucking gut laughs out of me at various points. It's very fucking good. It didn't quite make me cry, but it got really fucking close. And more than make me cry, once the like meta plot kind of gets revealed and you start to understand like what's actually going on with a lot of the stuff that you've seen get hinted at, you're just like, what the fuck? Because it's I almost feel like I shouldn't make this comparison because I feel like it's talking myself up too much. It's very much like kind of what I'm trying to do with Cast Off, where it's like you're getting all this information and it doesn't quite make sense at first, but then once you realize what's going on, it's just gonna keep hitting you like, wait, but they said that this thing, oh my god. And I was literally doing that like the night I got past like kind of the turning point of the game. I was literally like just in the shower and the realizations just kept hitting me, and I was going out loud, and I was like, oh my god, wait, is that why they said this thing? Oh fuck. Is that why this character said this thing? Is that why XYZ happened? Because actually it's like this? Oh my god. And I'm hoping that that is how people react to certain stuff in Cast Off eventually. If I get even a fraction of that level of how Expedition 33 made me feel in Cast Off, like with people's revelations once we reach a certain point in the plot, which is not very far off, by the way, then I will be the happiest. I will ascend. I will ascend. That's always been the goal. But now I have like something real to compare it to, because it's like, holy shit, this game made me feel that way, and I want my writing to make other people feel that way. And then also, yeah, the music is a fucking banger. I kind of want to play you guys some of the music. But there's also part of me that doesn't want to spoil the music. But also, we're listening to the music right now anyway. Can I play you guys the one? Well, it's like, it's such a fun song. I kind of don't want to spoil it. But also, it's a banger, though. It's a banger. Can I play Monaco's theme? Can I play Monaco's theme for you guys? Can I play Monaco's theme for you guys? It's 2 minutes. Do you mind if I jump ahead a little bit? Mind if I jump ahead just like a little bit in the playlist? We're playing Spring Meadows right now, which is the first dungeon. Okay, I want you guys to imagine. Hang on, you know what? Let me skip ahead. Where is this? Oh yeah, this is one of the boss themes. Banger. Okay, so imagine, I'm setting the scene. You're going through... Okay, I think this is like an enemy battle theme. We're going through like a very snowy area. It's very somber. It's like very quiet. It's like it's you know, it's an ice level. It's a very like kind of snowy, peaceful area. You're still fighting monsters and stuff, but it's like it's very cold and quiet. And then this theme starts playing. You like jazz? Do you like the fucking saxophone? I didn't use Monaco very much in my first playthrough, but god, he's fun. I just couldn't really get a handle on his fighting style. But he's fun. It is honestly a crime that this is only 2 minutes and 30 seconds long. Not even, it's 2:20. Fucking banger alert. Baby girl, I feel like your head needs to be a little bit smaller. Like a wee bit. A little teeny bit. Did you know he was named after one of the dev's dogs? Yes, I did find that out. And so it's like Monoko and Noko, like the other character that you walk around with for a little bit. Both of them were named after the dev's dogs, and I find that so charming. Love that. Next, you must develop a taste for freeform jazz. If you wish to defeat me in combat, you must develop a taste for jazz. And I do. I have developed a taste for jazz. Also, the guy just gets, like, some of the funniest fucking lines and scenes. I want just an entire game that's just him and Verso just, like, walking around and talking shit. I fucking love them so much. He's silly. He's silly, Your Honor. And the way he bounces off Verso, who is just, like, this fucking... He's more stoic, but he has his moments of just, like, he's just a fucking guy, Your Honor. And he's got the... Have you guys seen that meme where it's, like, the blue-eyed stare? Hang on, let me find it. Yes. This image. This is a very low-quality version of the image. But I'm going to do it anyway. Why did it not copy paste correctly? Copy image. Paste image. This fucking meme. Oh wait, no, it's backwards. What the hell? No. I need the original. Now we're just jamming. Yes, here it is. Copy image. This fucking meme. This is Gustav and Verso, respectively. It's them, Your Honor. It's them. Trying to find a good picture of him to show you guys. Oh, there he is with that fucking hairstyle that drives me crazy. Here we go. This is just like official character art here. Copy image. Paste image. It's just like, stop fucking staring at me. What are you staring at? What are you staring at? This man's just staring at me. He's just like... He'll like, someone will say something to him during a cutscene and he just stares at him like... Look at him, he's so pretty. He's so pretty. Anyway. Anyway. I'm very focused, very serious business. Yeah, quit staring at me with them big ol' eyes. Also, we're listening to this song, and this is from another area that I never found. The Gestural Beach area, I never found this spot, so I feel like I kind of want to skip this. Okay, let's go ahead. A little dramatic. Let's go back to some of these. That's very dramatic. The mimes. This... Okay, so there's secret optional bosses hidden around the game that are just these evil fucking mimes. And if you beat them, you get cosmetics that make you look so fucking French. The what? The mimes! The mimes, Holly! I was fighting one of these on a call with friends yesterday, and when I beat it, I screamed, "Death to the mimes!" But when you fight the mimes, you can unlock, cosmetics. The costume series name is just called Baguette. And it's basically a striped black and white shirt a little red beret, heart-shaped sunglasses, depending on the character, and a baguette strapped to their back. Game of the fucking year. So imagine you're just like wandering through a forest and you just see a fucking mime and you like walk up to it and then this music starts playing. Oh. This was actually the first song off the soundtrack that I heard because my brother played it for me in the car. He was like, listen to this. He's like, pass me the aux, but I couldn't because it was his car and it was connected via Bluetooth. It's a banger, right? And then here's Mael, my sweet little baby girl, who is just a fucking destruction machine in the game. Like, half her skills are just, like, setting things on fire. It's just like, I would just set this on fire. You want to be on fire? More. More fire. Be en fuego and die about it. It's like half of her skill set. And we love that for her. I've heard that people like to do solo runs of this game with her. Because you can get pretty good equipment for her pretty early on. So we go from the fucking mime song into this. Fucking bangers, honestly. But yeah, so how are we feeling about the Patreon stream, gamers? How are we feeling so far? I'm curious what thoughts are now that I'm actually, like, pulling the trigger and doing the thing. I'm not sure what the ratio will be of patron streams to non-patron streams. Just wish I had a better way of being notified about it. I mean, if you're on the Discord and you have the Patreon role, I did at patrons. But yeah. My thing is, like, I was telling my therapist and I was talking to some friends about this, that, like, you know, a couple years ago, I would've killed to have, like, 200 plus people in chat every single stream. Like, that's the fucking dream. When I was streaming on Twitch, when I first, like, the first couple years after starting out, I was getting about these numbers. Like, I was stuck at around, like, 20, 25 viewers no matter what I was streaming. And I was going so hard into, like, marketing and trying to post clips and, like, trying to do all this stuff to get more people to come to my streams. I was going so hard. And just none of it was working. Nothing was happening. It just was not working for me. And it was really disheartening. I was sad about it. It's like, man, how do people do it? How do people, like, actually get bigger number? Because I would like bigger number, but I'm not getting bigger number, and I don't know how to get bigger number. I feel like I'm trying everything. So, you know, like, back then, I would have killed to have the numbers that I have now. But now that I actually have the numbers, it's very stressful. And it's just like, oh, this is too many people in chat. And I feel like I can't get enough people in here for mods to, like, you know, just keep people acting normal. And it's very difficult. And I think I was not properly socialized on how to wrangle a stream chat. And it really isn't helped by most of my viewers being like teens, or at least the vocal majority of my audience is like, they seem pretty young, and I think that's just because of the type of stuff that I post, like the type of videos I make. A lot of people who watch my videos are like, you know, young artists who want to learn, and there's nothing wrong with that, but a lot of those very young people don't necessarily know stream etiquette. And you can tell sometimes, and it gets really disheartening when you have to like time people out because they will not just stop begging for a shout out, which happened on last stream. And I'm like, come on guys, is this how you're gonna behave? I am streaming for you and this is how you're gonna behave? In front of my mods and everybody? It's exhausting. It's like, you can't ban every single person. Can confirm I'm young, but see, like, one, you're paying me money, so you're allowed to be here. No, I'm kidding. But it's like, people would just, like, come into streams and be like, hey, can you give me a shout out? Can you give me a shout out? Can you say my name? Can you, like, do this and that and this and that? And I'm just, like, trying to draw. And people are just, you know, not actually paying attention to the rules, because I do have rules listed where it's like, hey guys, stars too ADHD to keep up with the topic if it keeps constantly changing. So, you know, maybe please don't try and change, like, you know, keep chat conversations on topic. And if you want Star to actually respond to your message, the best way to do that is to, you know, stay on topic and ask questions about stuff that she's actually currently talking about. And, you know, I think that's reasonable. I think that is a reasonable thing to ask of my community, is to just, you know, try and keep stream chat on topic so I don't ADHD, like, conversations away. And people will still just, like, come into my chat and be like, can you give me a shout out? Can you say my name? I just subscribed. Can you say hi? And you'll get, like, 20 of those every stream. And you know that if you give them what they want, they will never stop. And it's just like, I like streaming, but y'all can be exhausting sometimes. It's like, you know? You know? It's like, I like streaming, but I feel like I have to put up boundaries now to make it a tolerable experience for me and everybody else. I need my all references. Need turnarounds of my baby girl. Let's go. This is a little low res, but I can see the important bits, so it'll work. Ciao. Okay, back to chat. It's hurting cats. It really is. And I wish it were not, because I do like streaming and I do like talking to chat. It's fun. But sometimes the way people act in streams makes it not fun. And that's very disheartening to me. I'm trying to have a good time and get other people to have a good time. And it's very difficult when I'm constantly having to, you know, herd cats while trying to be entertaining. It's difficult. So I figured that one thing that would help, I feel like one of the issues is drive-by viewers. It's kind of the same reason that I have replies limited on Blue Sky. It's mostly to prevent what I like to call the drive-by asshole. And let me explain what I mean by that. So sometimes people will, by random happenstance, not be following you, but they'll see something that you post, and their first reaction is, I want to say something dickish to this person, either because their politics are different, or they disagree, or maybe they're having a bad day and they just want to be a dick to a stranger. Normally, they'd be able to just reply to me and say, hey, I think that you're wrong and also you're a bitch because XYZQR. And then that makes me sad, and I don't like that. It's like, you're not following me, you don't know me, this is probably going to be our only interaction ever, and you're just being a douchebag about it. Yeah, or they just want attention. That also happens. And so, for me, it's like, you know, if I set replies to limited, where only people who follow me can reply to my posts, if that person wants to be a douchebag to me, they have to follow me first. And usually they will not deign so low as to, like, follow me just to hit me with a zinger and then never interact with me again. It adds that extra layer of, no, fuck you, you're not gonna do this. And usually people just, like, won't even bother. They're like, oh, well, if I can't get the attention that I want with, like, the least amount of effort, then I'm just not gonna bother, bye. And so it helps to get rid of the drive-by assholes. And so I think something similar happens with stream chat, except instead of assholes, it's very passionate young people who just really, really, really want the attention of the people whose videos they like. And, you know, that's not bad. That's not wrong. It's not bad to, you know, like, want to get someone's attention. But you're basically walking into a party and screaming at the host. It's like, can you say happy birthday to me? And just like the entire room quiets and stares at you. And then it's just like, well, anyway. So. But yeah, I do have something similar on YouTube where, like, people can only chat if they're subscribed to me, which I think prevents a lot of drive-by assholes, though I still sometimes get them. I've had to ban a few people for literally just walking in the stream and being like, wow, this art sucks. And then I was just like, okay, well, bye. Your opinion is not valued here. Goodbye. And I just ban them. Would it help to make the streams Discord exclusive instead of Patreon exclusive? I don't think so, because I feel like there's a lot of... Guys, I don't want to be mean, but there's definitely a couple people in the Discord that are like this too. Where it's like every time I try and chat, they're like, oh my god, Star's here! And I'm like, guys, you're in my house. Guys, you're in my house. That's actually one of the reasons why I made, what is it? I made the Discord 15 and up instead of 13 and up, because when we had it available for 13 and up, people would sometimes come in there and not really know how to act. And then we felt bad and we had to ban them. It's like, guys, come on. Side loser. No, you're fine. It's just like, you know, sometimes we do have to remind people like, hey, let's be calm. Let's be chill. Let's be normal. You're in a space with mostly adults. Please act like one, even if you're not one. Be mature and responsible with what you're saying. But yeah. It's also one of the reasons why I don't advertise the Discord on YouTube anymore. Because people would ignore the age limits and just jump in and then immediately be like so annoying. And I'm just like, guys, I really want to let y'all in here, but you're ruining the vibe. You're ruining the vibe. And it's just like, this is a place with mostly adults. I'm glad you like my work, but please calm down. And also we had a lot of people who would just like join the server that is primarily for my comic, have not read the comic, and then just like be weird about the fact that they've not like almost bragging that they haven't read it, and I'm like, guys, this server is for the comic, and you're basically joining something for a fan base that you aren't in. Just because I'm there, what are you doing? It just gets a little weird, you know? Gets a little weird, gets a little silly, so I'm trying to, like, you know, set boundaries a little bit better. Where it's just like, hey, you need to be this age, you need to be normal and chill, and we're gonna be respectful. I'm tired. Yeah, exactly. I'm in my 30s with a mortgage, and I'm tired, and I don't want to wrangle children anymore. Oh my gosh, I just remembered, this is so off topic. I set up FrankieBot, to do some stuff, and I think he's probably already done it a couple times maybe, but I have it set up now so that Frankie will respond to people's questions, but he will specifically respond to people who ask the question. So if he says, like, if someone in the chat asks, what brushes do you use? Then FrankieBot will automatically go off, but he'll at you in the comment so you know it's directed at you. And so I'm like that, it'll highlight the message when FrankieBot pops up. I don't know if, yeah, see, it'll do it. It should. Frankie, come on, Frankie. Frankie, I just said you know how to do this, bud. Frankie. There it goes, it worked, it just took a few seconds. It just took a few seconds. I don't know why it didn't go off the first time. But yeah, cause you know. And so it will respond directly, and if Frankie says your name, if he responds directly to your message, for some stuff, it won't do the @ but for comments, for questions that I get a lot and repetitively, then he will like specifically @ you. It'll highlight the message just for you, and it will answer the question so that you'll hopefully see it, and then I don't have to. But for some things that are really general, like Patreon or other social media and stuff, he doesn't do the @ he just says it. But yeah, I figured out how to program that into him, and I was very happy. Because I get so many just like basic comments that are really like frequently asked questions that I don't want to stop the stream to say. And now Frankie will do it for me. And he's always done it for me, but now it will actually like @ the person who asked, so they'll hopefully actually see the response. And not just keep asking the same question over and over again because they don't like pay attention to what the bot is saying. They turned Frankie into ChatGPT. No, they did not. He only says very specific things that I put into him. He is not a chatbot. He is not a generative chatbot. He says things that I tell him to say. He's a bouncer, if anything. He's just here to help, but he's not a generative AI. He's just a little buddy. And he doesn't steal. Well, sometimes he steals things in the comic, but that's just because he loves his friends and he wants them to have nice things. Frankie would never plagiarize. He would kill a man, though. Don't tell him I said that. I'm so sorry someone would compare you to ChatGPT, FrankieBot. I know, right? It's like, how could you say that to my boy? How dare you? This is a boss theme in my favorite area of the game. It's a banger. It's a jam. Just wanted to make the joke. Banned anyway. Banned for life, no parole. Get out of here. Bail is your Patreon pledge for the month. Now you stay on my good side, just pay up. Yeah, we'll see how it goes with like doing Patreon streams and then releasing the VODs. I just didn't want it to seem like I'm selling out in the way of just like, only people who give me money are allowed to see my streams. That just didn't feel good, and I didn't want to do that. But I wanted chat to, you know, stay reasonable and easy to manage and wrangle. And for people to not be drive-by assholes to me. And this feels like a good way to do it. People can still get the stream, people can still watch, but I only have to deal with a couple of people in the live chat, and that makes it easier for me. Oh, this is the theme for a boss that I don't think I fought because I missed it. Whoops. My New Game Plus playthrough, I'm going in and I'm finding all these, like, extra bosses that I didn't know about because they were optional, and I just walked right past them and missed them. Whoops! Because, like, okay, without... no plot spoilers or anything, but when you get to Act 3 in the game, it's like, okay, when you're ready to fight the final boss, go to this location, and I got distracted. And I went immediately to that location because I forgot it was gonna immediately start, like, the final boss, and I was like, oh, oops. Oops! So I didn't do, like, fucking any of the extra bosses. I beat the game and then started seeing people talk about, like, characters you only meet if you go do and, like, do all the optional bosses, and I'm like, wait, who the fuck is this? I never saw this guy, who's this? And I didn't get all the journal entries, and I really wanted to. Especially the one that people fucking love to make fun of, like 66, I think it was? Expedition 66. If you know, you know. I won't say what's special about it, but it's pretty... I did find someone who made a video that included it, and god damn, it was good. Yeah, Hawkfurs, you know what I'm talking about. That one. That one. That audio log. Most of the audio logs in the game are just like, oh, this terrible thing happened, and we all died, and this terrible thing happened, and we all died, and then you find the Expedition 66 diary, and it's like that, and you're just like, excuse me? Oh my god. What the heck? Like, okay, gentlemen, okay. This is what you're leaving for those who come after? Okay. I won't spoil it, but god, it's funny. So good. But yes, Expedition 33, very good. Go play it. Everyone go play it. How long of a play is it? I finished it in like 20 hours, but I also missed a lot. My friend who was better about exploring beat it in about 30. So like, thereabouts approximately like 20 to 30 probably. And it's nice because it's one of those games you don't really have to do a whole lot of level grinding. Like, I really didn't do any level grinding. Aside from just fighting the enemies that appeared in front of me. It's a good balance. You never really feel, like, underpowered for areas, even if you don't fight all the extra bosses. Best game I suck at, god, right? Like, the parry mechanics are a little bit difficult, and I'm gonna be honest, I did not really parry at all. I just dodged and prayed. Another boss theme that fucking bots. Imagine just, like, fighting a big fucking boss and then this song pops up. Banger. The banger. There's so many good jams. Kind of want to play the Renoir boss theme, but I don't want to spoil it because it's a good fucking jam. It's a good jam. It's a banger. Also, see, here's the thing. is if I stream this game, you guys, unless you've played it, you guys are going to be getting the first time experience of, like, you know, going through and unraveling the puzzle as we go. I'm going to be on my second playthrough where I know what's going on with everything, and I will be doing, like, empathy hisses the whole time. You know, though, it's like, oh, because, like, I know what's going on, and I know what things that people are vaguely hinting about. And I was just like, oh no. So I will be having feels and will not be able to explain them to you guys. And then once I beat the game, you'll be able to go back and understand what I was ing about. I think it'd be fun. I think we should do that. I think it will be entertaining. Like when you played Ghost Trick, yeah. Though to be fair, Ghost Trick, it had been like 10 years since I had played the game, so I had forgotten all but the biggest plot twists. And the I can't read line. Like, I can't read, because that moment's iconic. You can't forget about I can't read. But yeah, like, most of the stuff in that game I had forgotten. It will not be the case for this game, because I literally just beat it on, I think, Saturday? No. Friday. Friday I beat it and then immediately started a new game. But I'm not very far in my New Game Plus playthrough. I'm at the, I just got to the Gestural Village area, which is like the third major area. Hi, Verso. I'm inking you next, pretty boy. Hi, pretty boy with the big blue eyes, who is just so fucking tormented. God, I love him so much. And I can't talk about him because his entire fucking thing is spoilers. God damn it. Ugh. We love a tormented man. You will fucking love this bitch then. My God. Like, that little comic I posted is just, it says it all, really. Is like, you know, you're playing through like Act 2, and I'm just like, this dude is hiding shit. He is very clearly obfuscating shit from the other characters. He clearly knows things, and I'm concerned like why the other characters aren't grilling him, because he very clearly knows more about what's going on here than he is willing to let on. And I don't understand why they aren't grilling him for info. And then you get to Act 3, and I'm just like, the more you find out, it's just like, oh my God, sir? Oh my God, are you okay? It's just like, just like this slow scream of a deflating balloon of just, See, the thing about LPs for me is I basically play chicken with myself, debating whether or not I want to play it myself. Okay, so this is what I do. This is what I do, and I did this with Silent Hill 2 when the remake came out, is that I bought the game and I was playing it myself, and I would only watch the Let's Plays as far as I had played it. And then once the Let's Play got to the part that I had played, I stopped. And then I would play further in the game, and then I would get to watch more of the Let's Play. That's what I do. You guys have probably like at least a couple days to get started playing the game. I probably won't start until this weekend. This is just star propaganda. Play the video game. I'm not asking. Play the Sad French Boys video game. I really shouldn't call it Sad French Boys video game, because there's lots of sad French girls in it too, and the girls are all very good. Honestly, like, all the characters are really well written, but I'm just so fucking psyched that they have 3 female main characters, and they all feel like different, unique, individual people, and they're not just there to be plot devices for the male characters. And I fucking love that for them! We love that! We fucking love that. I love them all. Like, I love Lune a lot more than I originally thought I would. She's just so fucking cool, and I feel like I understand her. I feel like I kind of just get all of the characters. It's like, they behave like real people, and it's very cool. I'm just like, wow. Didn't realize I was so starved for this. It's a very well written game, and I definitely appreciate that as someone who enjoys playing video games for the plot. It's the main reason I play. It's like, I like to imagine a story. I like to be immersed in a story. Just general sad French people. Very well written sad French people. Yes. But I'm just, you guys know me. I love a sad boy with a backstory. That's just me being a simp. That's just me making a horrific screech when I got a certain hairstyle cosmetic unlocked for Verso. And it was in that moment I was very, very happy I wasn't streaming the game because y'all would have fucking clipped that shit and never let it die. I can't help it. I love a long-haired, pretty sad boy with sad eyes. Ah! Don't make fun of me. You're not allowed to make fun of me. Zeracor? Alright, listen. Sad long-haired boy. Okay, no, I'm feeling very called out, and I'm gonna cut this shit off at the pass right now. I'm cutting this shit off at the pass right now! We can't be doing this shit. Look at my beautiful sad boy. I'm petting him. I'm just petting him with my actual hand. He's so pretty. He's so pretty and tormented. I love him. You know what? Hang on. He's pretty. With the heart eyes. He's pretty. Hi, Verso. Hi, Verso. Oh my god. Stop saying the names of my OCs in chat! I'll get you. Stop calling me out. I'm feeling very called out right now and I don't like it. I'm leaving the heart eyes on though. The heart eyes stay on while I'm drawing my sad tormented man. This fucking Scar and he just, look at him. Pets him. I swear to God, if the next con I go to does not just have like so much Expedition 33 merch, I'm rioting. I'm rioting. Wait, we're not allowed to talk about Verity anymore. Not when you're phrasing it like a call out for how much I love sad characters. Sheesh. No, I still love my baby girl. My focus has been turned away from my baby girl for a while though, because I'm focusing on Lapis and her, all the characters from her story. But I still love her. The con I went to recently didn't have a lot. Boo! I'm being the change I want to see in the world, and I'm making little Blorbo sticker sheets. Damn bit. I started working on an Uma Musume sticker sheet, and I just kind of wasn't liking how it was turning out. Because what I want to do, what I was thinking about doing, was just like kind of having the characters all on the same base and have it look like they were just kind of running. It was the, if you guys remember my Verity sticker sheet, there's little tiny stickers at the bottom. I can open the file and show you guys, one sec. A little ways back, yeah. No, that's the cast off sticker sheet. Where's the Verity sticker sheet? Here it is. So I have the little characters running at the bottom. And so what I was gonna do is I was gonna take the base, like, shape of these, and I was gonna draw, like, Uma Musume characters like this. Kind of just, like, running like this. And just have them all lined up on a sticker sheet. Because I thought it would be really, really cute, and I enjoyed that idea. And then I started drawing it, and I wasn't liking how it was turning out, and so I stopped. I might go back to it, but I kind of wasn't feeling it. We'll see. Because I generally have less luck with, like, anime stuff. And I know that Uma Musume is a game, but it's a very anime game, you know? I tend to do better when I do fan art of stuff like video games and things. Gestures to what I'm drawing right the fuck now. You were talking about redoing your Critical Role stickers so you can make those into sticker sheets too. That's what I'm planning. Because, like, my thing is, I've discovered a love of sticker sheets because it means that I don't have to worry about keeping track of inventory for an entire cast of characters. It's so easy. It's so easy peasy. But yes, I at the very least want to do a Mighty Nine sticker sheet. And I'll probably do a Vox Machina sticker sheet. I didn't get as much into Campaign 3 though, so I'm not sure if I'll do that one. I might. I also have not watched like any of Campaign 4 so far. I feel like I need to though. I feel like I should. I just didn't vibe with Campaign 3 as much. I don't know why. Hard to put into words. I think it was just because I didn't really have a Blorbo that I attached onto immediately. Campaign 2 is like every character in that fucking campaign is a Blorbo to me. I fucking love them. But Campaign 3 didn't really have anyone that I latched onto immediately, I don't think. I had characters that I liked, and I mean, I even cosplayed Imogen, but... I don't know, Campaign 2 is just like the gold standard in my eyes of just like characters who are just kind of fucked up, and you get to watch them fuck up, and I love that for them. You have Sad Boy Caleb, you have Very Silly Jester, you've got whatever the fuck Mollymock has going on, and we love that. I want to watch the Critical Role, the new animated show, but I don't want to pay for Amazon. So I might wait until the first season is done, and then ask a friend to obtain it fully legally for me. We'll see. Also, I guess just kind of while we're a little on the topic of sticker sheets, I feel as though I should tell you guys that every time someone orders a sticker sheet of the Azure Mirage characters, I do jump up and down and do a silly little dance like, wee! They're like my babies, wee! Same with Cast Off, but it's so weird. I feel like I've gotten desensitized to people liking Cast Off. And I feel like that's kind of a shame because that's my baby, that's my ride or die, but I feel like I've been working on it so long that I've kind of gotten desensitized to excitement about it, which is fucked up, and I don't like that. And I wish that were not the case. But you know, you work on the same property for like 10 years. I'm gonna be 11 in spring. And it's just like, the excitement, it's not new and fresh anymore, you know? But now it's like I've got my Azure Mirage characters and like the D&D characters turned novel characters eventually. It's just like there's so little information about them out there, and their piece of media is not out there for people to consume yet, aside from the couple of snippets I posted on Patreon. And so when people like them enough to buy merch of them, I'm just like, yay, yippee, yay, yippee, they like my babies, yay, yippee. Yippee, yippee, yippee. I do a little dance and get excited. Dirty's so pretty. Thank you, that's my baby daughter. That's my baby daughter. This guy's got so much shit on his outfit. It's like, sir, what are you wearing? Need to actually get turnarounds for him. Here we go. Oh, come on, don't send me an Instagram post. I need to zoom in. I need to see the full resolution. This will do. This one will do. Need images of my man. Here he is. Need to see what the fuck is going on with his many belts. It's got like a bunch of weird, like tied up belts. I think we're just gonna do one belt because it's a chibi and we're simplifying the design somewhat. There. That's enough. Okay, oh fine, I'll do a belt buckle too, but that's all he's getting. That's all you're getting out of me, Verso. I'm supposed to be simplifying your stupid design and all your belts. Who do you think you are, a Final Fantasy character? Get out of here. Bro's got like a purple waist sash. And you guys know that I love a character with a cute little waist sash. He was made for me. He was made for me. I whisper as I drag him into my burrow. No explanation, no context, just I'm biting him and I'm dragging him away. Her. I just realized I said that and the stupid heart eyes are still turned on my model. I'm keeping them on. I'm keeping them on, I don't care. Thing with Cast Off Soft not hitting it hard, it could be because it's old thing versus new thing and sharing the excitement of new thing with people who enjoy it as much. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what it is, right? It's just like, you know, I've been working on Cast Off for like 10 years. I feel like I'm used to it now. And while I'm not a huge fan of being used to it because it means that exciting stuff doesn't hit as much, you know, it's cool when you get a fresh, new, exciting thing that also makes you feel that excitement. You're like, oh good, my soul isn't dead. I still have the ability to feel excitement. Lovingly dragging a new Blorbo into your burrow. I understand the feeling. Good. The Blor burrow. This is where I keep my babies. They will stay warm for the winter. God, I just remembered the one fucking cutscene with Verso. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil it for those who have not seen it, but those who have seen it will know what I'm talking about. Because I was looking at YouTube comments, and I kept seeing people talking about this one camp cutscene you can get with Verso, and I don't know what you have to do to unlock it, but I never got this fucking cutscene, and I'm really mad that I didn't, because it was a really funny fucking cutscene, and I'm like, Now, hold on. It is the cutscene where Verso is like, wow, everyone here is too somber. We need to lighten the mood somewhat. And then he goes and does that one thing that he can do. And it's just like the character who is very stoic trying so hard to be funny, and it's just like, what? Sir, for you to realize that you can do that, you have to have done this before. And he's like, yeah, I practiced. And I'm like, what do you mean you practiced? What do you mean you practiced? Oh my God, I love him. He's so weird. He's so weird, and he just fucking stares at you, and he's a sad, tormented man, and then he goes and does that shit, and it's like, oh my God. Sir. Sir, come into this nice hole with me, this hole in the ground where I live. This is my burrow, and I'm bringing you down in there. Don't put up a fight. Just don't resist. Just let it happen. Just come into my burrow. The Blorbo burrow. It's nice and cozy down there. You ever read The Hobbit? Cozy hole. Cozy little hole in the ground. Where all my Blorbos go. And you're one of them. Get in here. I'm trying so hard to make this not sound dirty, and I don't think I'm succeeding. I quite frankly do not think I am succeeding. But I'm doing my best, and that's what counts, right? I don't know if I'm gonna finish inking this sticker sheet today. I was hoping that I would get through inking this whole sticker sheet today. Well, we've only inked half of the characters, and we're at the halfway point. This shit ain't happening. Oopsie doodles. Didn't cross my mind. I hope you guys are being /serious with me and not /sarcastic with me. I'm like a fucking shrimp, just dragging you into my little cozy hole. This is where I put the Blorbos. I feel like I can't use the words cozy hole. That. Don't think I can say that. My old baby. I love her pose. She's so cool. I love her. Now that you've mentioned it, no! I Streisand affected it into existence. Go back! Go back! Undo! Undo! Cozy like a hobbit hole, not like a vagina. Welcome to stream! Welcome to stream! Am I your wholesome streamer still, guys? Am I still your wholesome streamer who doesn't say stupid shit? Or have I lost those privileges? Not anymore. Cancelled? No! Don't cancel me. I'm just a baby. I'm just a fun little guy who likes to drag sad men down into my little dungeon. That just so happens to be a hole in the ground where I live. That's where I keep them. That's where I keep them for safekeeping. What would Verso say? He'd let me do it. He'd let me do it. He'd just like stare at me with those big fucking blue eyes and just be like, well, okay. He'd be chill with it. He'd let me do it. thought this was the patron-only stream, not the freaks-only stream. Surprise! Every stream is a freaks-only stream. Welcome to the Devil's Sacrament. We've got cheese and crackers. I was talking to a friend a while back on Discord, and have you guys ever heard of the whole, like, I went to Hating You Island and none of your friends were there, and just stuff like that. It's just like adjective island is like, I went to such and such island and you weren't there, frown face. Just things like that. I was talking to a friend and I forget exactly what brought it up, but they were like, Mean to Me Island, and I'm like, yeah, I'm there, I'm on Mean to You Island. Now it's just in my head now. I don't think you could call it a vocal stim, but it's just like, teehee, welcome to my freaky little island where it's inhabited by Verso and me, and we're holding hands. In order to come to my streams, you have to be a resident of Nice to Me Island. You have to live there, and you have to be nice to me. Because if you're not nice to me, then you don't get to live on Nice to Me Island. OCL, you're so cool. I should have used you in combat more. One of the things that I like about these characters, that all of them, like, none of the characters feel basic, I guess. It's like, all the characters have a pretty good amount of depth to them. Where it's like, you know, you feel like sometimes it's like, you meet a character and you can pretty quickly pick up on their vibe. It's like, okay, yeah, this is gonna be your entire personality. This one character trait that you have, that's gonna be your entire personality, and that's going to inform all your decisions from here on out. And you can't really do that with, like, any of the characters in this game. Maybe Lune, but she's just, like, her whole thing is she's very serious and she wants to stick to protocol, but, like, even then, it's like, you really, they feel very human. Because, you know, you first meet CL and you think that she's gonna be, like, this very kind of, like, jockish character, just, like, based on how you meet her. And you think you've got kind of, like, you pick up on her vibes pretty easily, and she continued to surprise me throughout basically the entire game. Like, honestly, I feel like personality-wise, she's probably one of my favorite characters. She's just so interesting. And, like, you keep going, and all the fucking characters are like that. They're all multi-dimensional. And I scream because it makes me realize how few pieces of media are like that. And I'm just like, I love a thing with good character writing. Ah! Ah! Isn't that the plot of Animal Crossing? You know what? You're so right. That is the plot of Animal Crossing. Nice to Me Island. Or at least the newer games. I kind of miss when villagers would be a little bit bitchy to you. Not like a ton, because I still want, you know, Animal Crossing to be like a nice vibe, and I like it when people are nice, including my little villagers. But just like, villagers in the new Animal Crossing game feel more like just one more cosmetic you can add to the island. It's like their personalities don't really matter. So you might as well just pick the villagers you like based on their looks, and that's it. And that's kind of a bummer for something that's supposed to be just like, you know, a fun little village of characters. I won't say that I miss having beef, but it did make things more interesting, I guess. Oh, hey. More saxophone. freeform jazz. It's not freeform. This is the song from the game. This song plays in other... I think this is Lumiere is the song. Yeah. Jazzy. My wonder. Structured jazz. Yeah. If you can talk about it, I've heard whispers of a Frankie plushie. Is it true? Well, I mean, if you've heard whispers, then that is true. You have heard the whispers. I cannot confirm or deny anything. But probably, I sure would like to. I need edition 33 CL. Look at her outfit, because what the heck does she have going on? Save image. Download. Stick it in my little viewing window, and now I can see her. Yippee. I have so many tabs. Frankie plushie better blow up with how many people ask for it. Do not blow him up! Do not blow him up! People are being so nice to Vector plushie and so rude to Ariana plushie. Do not blow up Frankie plushie. Do not explode him. Do not explode him. He'll do that on his own. Oops. Referencing my webbed comic here on my live stream. I meant the campaign for it. I kid, I know what you meant. I'm just being silly. Just having a little tee-hee ha-ha moment. Hey guys, how are you enjoying chapter 13 so far? I almost said chapter 3. That's different. Are you guys having fun with chapter 13? Are you guys enjoying it? Are you guys being so normal about it? Don't you guys love how normal this chapter is and how just like chill and cool and normal and relaxing it is? Why would you ask that? Because I want to know. Why else would one ask anything? Why else would I ask anything? Pain. We're having a cool and normal time in the cast-off webbed comic. Nothing bad has ever happened to any of the characters. And the fact that you guys would even imply that anything bad has ever happened to any of these characters is ridiculous. They're so fine and normal. Smiles. Smiles. I'm smiling. Do you know how long it takes stickers to arrive to Europe? I ordered it November 6th and I have no idea. That's pretty par for the course, unfortunately. International shipping with just regular letter mail takes some time. I would say if it gets to the end of December and they have not shown up, that feels like past the point of they should definitely have arrived by then. And if they have not arrived by the end, like if 2 months have passed and you don't have your stickers, then we can pretty much definitively say that they got lost and I'll send you, just email me and I'll send you a replacement. How have you managed to endanger my 2 fave characters out of the plethora of blorbos you have? What are you talking about? I've done nothing wrong to any of them and they're all fine. I would never do anything bad to any of my Blorbos. People keep asking me who's gonna die by the end of the chapter, and why do you guys think I would kill a Blorbo? If I kill them, then I can't play with them anymore. Will you ever do the Sienna art trend on YouTube? I've thought about it. Why is it called that, by the way? Is that like the name of the artist or the song? I've only seen a couple of the videos. I've seen a couple of them, just like scrolling my shorts feed. But it's one of those things like where, you know, I don't know, I might, but I'd probably do the, probably do a pretty simple version of it. If I kill them, I can't play with them. Well, that's grim. Listen. My thing is just like, okay, we're getting deep now. We're close to hour 3 of the stream, and you guys know that that's when we get deep on this channel. That's when we get deep in the sauce. I have to turn off the heart eyes. This is serious. This is serious business. I have to put my glasses on. Is that, okay. So, sits up in chair. Yeah, we're getting serious now. Serious business. So I've been thinking recently a lot about, like, YouTube stuff. And Molly is running around and screaming, Molito! What are you doing? Why are you running around and screaming in the kitchen? Hi, Milo. Milo is also here and screaming. Is it scream o'clock? Have you all decided that it's scream o'clock and that's why you're screaming? Hello. I'm trying to have a serious conversation and you're being very cute. Oh, your baby. Oh, who's your baby? Who is a baby? Baby, 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 baby cat. Okay, Milo has left. Anyway, what I was saying is I'm getting to the point where, like, I'm gonna be honest, gang. YouTube growth has kind of slowed in the last year. I feel like none of the videos that I've made in this past year, like the entirety of 2025, none of the videos I've made have performed especially well. Cause, like, okay, I did the how to get people to care about your OCs video, and that one did pretty okay. That one hit 100,000 views after a while. But my last video to do, like, really big numbers was over a year ago. Which was the, character writing video. The randomized characters video, the first one. Like, I did the second one, and that one did okay. That one did better. It's still one of, like, the better videos that I put out in the last year. Probably the best video I've put out in the last year, views-wise. But yeah, it's just frustrating, because I feel like I'm thrashing around against the algorithm, and I'm just not making any progress, and it's frustrating me. They changed the algorithm. It's happened to a bunch of art YouTubers, apparently. See, I was wondering if it wasn't just me, because I was looking at, like, the stats for some other art YouTubers, and it feels like views are kind of down for everybody. And I don't care much for that, because it's bumming me the fuck out. It's like, you know, I try not to take the numbers too seriously, but when you're getting, like, really, really good growth, and then all of a sudden it slows to a crawl, you're just like, oh, come on. What the heck? And then it makes you feel like you did something wrong, and that you've just been doing something wrong, and that's why none of your videos are performing well, and if you just figure out what you're doing wrong, then you can fix it, and you can go back to having your videos perform well. But you don't know exactly what's wrong. Which means that you feel like everything is wrong. And you just feel like you suck. I almost don't think I should talk about this. But I'm gonna. Because if they want to break contractual agreements, then so can I. So I had a sponsor for a video recently, and I want to say very upfront that we did not have like a set goal for the number of views on the video. I know that sometimes sponsors will be like, okay, we'll pay you this much as the base fee, but if a video does this well, we'll pay you this much, and if a video does like this number of views, then we'll give you more. And so like you get a pay raise based on the number of views you get. This sponsor, without stipulating any of that in the contract, which I know because I read the whole thing, we agreed on a flat rate. They pay me XYZ amount for their ad to appear in a video. The video goes up, and about 5 days later, they send me an email that basically says, hey, your video didn't perform as well as we wanted it to, so actually, we don't want to pay you the number that we agreed on, even though we both have a contract saying that we will pay you XYZ amount. We only want to pay you half of that. Is that okay? Like, holy fuck, the disrespect. Jesus Christ. So that was another thing that happened. If folks were wondering why I was maybe a little off in my last stream, it's because I checked my email and saw that literally like 5 minutes before I went live. And I was just in those feelings at the start of that stream. So that's another reason why it's just like, okay, this is a bad stream and I don't... Yeah, so that sponsor has now been removed from that video because I'm just like, okay, they're kind of a small, it seems like they're kind of a smaller company and maybe they're not as used to doing things with sponsors. If they really, really, really need the money back, sure, fine, pay me half, but I'm taking the ad out of the video. And they said, okay, so I took the ad out of the video yesterday. And I'm just like, never working with those fuckers again. And I went to the fucking art YouTuber Discord server and was like, hey, don't work with these guys because look at the shit they pulled with me that they think is okay. It's fucked up, man. Was that from your last video? I'm not gonna say exactly who it was, but I'm sure you guys can figure it out. If you've watched my recent videos and you suddenly notice that there's not a sponsorship segment that there was, you know what happened. And, you know, normally I wouldn't begrudge a sponsor publicly, but they don't seem interested in upkeeping their contractual obligations to me, so I'm not especially interested in upkeeping my contractual obligations to not slander them as a company. They suck! And they cheated me out of several $100s. Because of bullshit that they'd never consulted with me beforehand about. Anyway. So that's something fun that has happened to Star recently. That has been less than fun. Less than cool and chill. I'm to the point now where I'm just like, unless it's someone who I really feel like I can trust, and I know that other people have worked with them and they've been chill before, I'm just not interested in taking sponsors, really. I'm already really choosy with sponsors. Like, most of the time, unless it's a company that, like, I'm really interested in. Because, like, I've done stuff with Skillshare because it's like, okay, they pay me really well. They were really upfront about what they wanted and what they were going to pay me. That's good. Is like, they've been really easy to work with. Skillshare's fine. I've worked with Millinote. They've always been really responsive. They've always been really cool. They keep coming back. They're very nice to me. I will continue working with them. I've worked with Ohuhu before. They're very sweet. They're very nice. They're very chill. And they give me free markers all the time. So, but now it's just like, if I don't know you and I don't trust you, I'm not working with you. It's to that point where I'm just like, I don't need YouTube, like, sponsor money to live. So I feel like I just don't want to do this. I got a sponsor request from Grammarly, but they use AI in their thing. Yeah, I think I got a Grammarly sponsor request at some point too, but it's just like, anything with AI, I'm like, nope. And I get so fucking many requests from AI companies to shill their shit, and I'm just like, Oh, that's really interesting. Do you mind if I shoot you with lasers? Do you mind if I do that? Can I launch you into space? Can I hit you with a laser? Because that's the only way that this is happening. I'll make a video where I shoot you into space. And that'll be the sponsorship. Ask what the art YouTuber server is called. I'm looking for more art servers to join. It's not run by me, and it is currently invite only. Go bother Skynix about it if you wanted, because he's the guy who runs it, and he also is the one who invited me originally, so. I don't think it's the thing you can just join. There's not like a server link anywhere. I did this, but I did it wrong. I need not line symmetry. I need rotational symmetry. Can I do that with this? No. Okay, that's fine. Maybe there is a different ruler that I can use for this, though. Special ruler. Centric circles. Symmetrical ruler. I feel like there is a way to do this, but I don't know what it is. So I guess I'm just doing this the hard way then. And I am drawing. You know what I can do though, is I can do it on another layer. And then I can just copy paste the shape and no one will ever know. Imagine drawing curved lines. Imagine drawing curved lines and having them meet at the ends properly. I'm imagining it. Maybe someday it will happen to me. Wowie zowies. Okay, and see now what we can do. Get this looking nice and pretty. Dish, and we do dish, and we do dish. Did a sponsorship for Factor, it would give me a good reason to try them. See, my thing is like, I'm not really interested in doing any sponsorships for things that I am not interested in and things that I don't think my audience would be interested in. Because, like, I'm an art channel. I'm really only interested in promoting things that are relevant to me and my audience, and that would be art stuff. I'm not really interested in doing, like, food sponsorship or random stuff sponsorships. Is like, if I don't care about this, then I'm not gonna put it in an ad on my channel. I've gotten sponsorships that are like, play this game that we made. And I'm like, I've never played this game, so who's to say? I might not like it. What if I try it and it sucks and I don't like it? I don't want to promote it on my channel. I'm trying to get this thing to line up where it does not have a horrible, awful tangent with the back of her head. While also not making... Okay. You know what? Maybe here's what we do. Maybe here's what we do. Maybe we do this, and then we rotate the scythe a little bit. Perhaps we rotate. And then maybe we redraw the stick, is what we do. We rotate and then we redraw a. Any dream sponsors? I don't know. That's a good question. Bandai Namco specifically for when they make Idolmaster a game that can also be played in English. Which they will never do. Because they hate us English-speaking fucks. And I will never forgive them for never localizing Idolmaster. But a girly pop can dream, can't she? Oh wait, I don't need a fucking symmetrical ruler for this. I'm cooler than that. Hold on. It's 2 straight lines. I don't need a symmetry. It's fine. I want Unveiled to talk to me. I've been using it lately and I'd gladly make an ad for them. You could try. They just reached out to me. You honestly might just like reach out to them. Just be like, hey, I heard you were doing sponsorships. Can I get in on that? You'd always shoot your shot and see what happens. CL, I love you. Your weapon is such a pain. You are causing me pain, baby girl. Hi, Milo. Hello. Hello, baby gatito. Okay, see, like that makes it better down here, but then it has her little sticky uppy thing way up there. And I don't feel like that meshes well. CL, baby, honey, girly pop, you are not playing nice with the rest of the layout of the sticker sheet. That maybe feels a little bit better, though. Use a layer mask, and I'm gonna do that to get rid of all the rest of this shit. And if I change my mind later, I can. I won't have to fully redraw the thing. I will have to redraw this hand, though. Goodbye, hand. 'Twas nice while it lasted. And now we're gonna freestyle this hand. Hey now. Excuse me. Excuse me, where it... Oh, god damn it. Did I, like, actually use the eraser tool and not the mask eraser? God damn it. God damn it. Milo, quit playing with Christmas ornaments! Hey! Do not fuck around with the Christmas tree. Those are not for Milo. These are not kitty baby toys. No. If I let you play with one, then you're gonna want to play with all of them, and you won't leave my tree alone. Naughty baby. Naughty baby, she's a menace. I have a smaller Christmas tree this year, and Milo can reach all of the tiny ornaments hung from the bottom branches, and she's been knocking them off to chase them around. I'm like, Milo, no, please. You already have the tree up? It's December! The tree is up! I have a plastic tree, so I just got it out of the garage. I don't trust her. Tree went up yesterday. I still need to do my outside house lights, though. That's the thing I need to do. Because I still have my autumnal lights. I need to do my Crimbus lights. I love Crimbus lights. Cats chew the light bulbs of the tree. They don't chew the light bulbs, but they do like to get all up in it and fuck around. Which I'm not a fan of. They're just a couple of little criminals. She's got a lot of like these little rope bracelets. Okay, there's CL. She's wide, but it's fine. Maybe I can like scoot this in a little bit, like a little bitty bit. And move this without moving the layer mask. Okay, apparently yes, but I have it set up in a stupid way. Neat. That works. Works for me. Where's the sketch? There it is. She's cool. Okay, I'm gonna focus on just the characters for right now, so we're gonna do Luna next. Hello, baby cat. You are so smooth and sleek. I always find it funny how I can tell which cat is which just based off the texture of their fur. Like if I'm petting them in the dark, I know which cat is which just because of how their fur feels. Milo is very smooth. She's very sleek. She's like a little baby seal. She's smooth. And then Molly is more like of a downy texture. Like her fur is less soft, but it's more plush, if that makes sense. Milo's fur is not very plush, but it's very sleek. Very smoothed down. And she's better not be eating my Christmas tree again. Milo! Okay, is that your shrimp? That looks like your shrimp. Yes, you're allowed to play with your shrimp. It sounded like you were playing with a Christmas ornament again. I'm sorry. Do you want me to throw your shrimp for you? Do you want me to throw it for you? Yes, okay, this is your shrimp. Milo, if you want the shrimp, I'll get it. There. She's been playing with her shrimp toy recently. It's just a little plush shrimp. I believe it's one that Holly sent me. She's been playing with it recently. She just likes to carry it around in her mouth and scream. Music is very chill. I feel like I need something with a little bit more energy, though. I could just skip to the end of disc 1. Do I want to unleash that on chat? This 11-minute long song. Yeah, we're doing it. I need a jam in my life. I need it. I need it. You've played the game, you know what fucking song this is. I've unleashed it. Wait for it. A little longer. Emotional fucking duets, my beloved. The fucking jam! I had to redo this boss fight so many fucking times. Don't even mind though, because the song's a fucking banger. God, I wish I spoke French. A sentence that I will never say out of any other context. My heart, though. I know what the lyrics say, though. I looked it up. I googled it. Lune references. I have all these on my iPad, but I don't have them on my computer. Need turnarounds for my girl. They're all my girls. Even my boys are my girls. Dating someone who's Quebecois has prepared me for this song. I see, but don't they speak? Isn't Canadian French like different enough that it's? That's what I've heard anyway. It's not like exactly the same. It is, but it's similar enough. That's fair. What I will tell y'all, though, you know what this game does teach you about French is how to swear. You will learn French swear words in this game. That is a thing that will happen. Luna's so cool. She's got a fucking little book and a hip flask. I'm just like, God damn it. I need blorbos that fit this song right now, so that I have an excuse to listen to it over and over again. Ah! Knowing what I know now versus what I knew when I was first playing this game has got me like, holy shit. Sob. You don't need an excuse to listen to a song on repeat. I know. I'm the type of person, though, where I seek out and enjoy music that I can think about and imagine to while I listen to it. My favorite songs are all songs that I can think about my blorbos while listening to. And so if I really, really like a song, then I really, really want to attach it to a blorbo so that I can, like, you know, think about my blorbos while I listen to it, because that's just what my brain wants to do. It's like, music is for blorbo thinking. Music is for blorbo thoughts. Also, you know, the title of the game is Clair Obscure Expedition 33, and I waited until I finished the game to look up what Clair Obscure meant because I was worried it was going to be some kind of French spoiler. It's not. It is apparently the French word for chiaroscuro, which I probably butchered the pronunciation of, but it's literally an art technique. It's like the interplay of shadows and light on a surface. And honestly, I fucking love that this game is named after art shit. It makes so much sense. Because, like, it's even in the lyrics of this song, you can hear it. And it's just like, what are they singing about? They're singing about art techniques. But, like, in a really sad way. In fairness, the game is artsy as fuck. It is, and I love that. It's like, what if an art student started the apocalypse? What if that happened? And if you listen closely, sometimes the characters' names are in the lyrics. Like, this one has the names of two characters who I will not say. But you kind of have to listen for it. Or know French. And once you find it, you will never unhear it, and it will make you cry. And you'll be like, ugh! God, I want to be playing this game right now! Beware that boys in the street made me sob. It caught me so off guard. Yup! That song got fucking slam dunked onto Zara's playlist the first time I heard it. Because, yup. Yup. Good Wife broke me too. Yup! I've got a lot of good jams on my Zara playlist. Y'all will see. One of these days I'd like to do like some Patreon blog posts where I just like go through characters' playlists and talk about kind of what the reasoning for having them in the playlist is. But a lot of doing that would involve spoilers, and so I feel like I should wait until we get past a certain point in the plot. One thing I can't figure out about these characters is how their little shoulder cape things work. Fabric doesn't work like that. I've spent too many years of my life cosplaying. Those shapes don't lay like that. Like, there should be a dart in there somewhere. But where's the fucking... There's nothing. Unplayable game, 0 out of 10. Costumes are unrealistic and don't actually portray fabrics. Ugh. Lune, you're so cool. Lune, you're so cool. Lune, I used you through most of the game. I got real good at using her skills to blow things up. All the characters in the game are either stab with sword, blow things up, or the secret third option, which is whatever the fuck Chroneco does. I love how Lune just floats around. I mean, honestly, if you could float around, you would too, I feel like. If you had the ability to just float around, can you tell me that you would not just spend your days floating around? I would. I'd float just because I could. Oh, and now we have Verso's theme song. You get nauseous? No, I wouldn't. I'm God's favorite little princess, and I get everything that I want. And if I want to float and not get seasick about it, then I absolutely would. Get on my level, everybody else. What's the line with Shadowheart about being God's favorite princess? Because I feel like it applies to Mael too. Which is very funny because they have the same voice actress. I'm gonna look it up. God's favorite princess. That's it. I'm a gatekeeper and a hater. I'm also God's favorite princess and the most interesting girl in the world. Honestly, yeah, I think that applies to Mael as well, which is very funny again because she has the same voice actress as Shadowheart. Simultaneously love and hate that for her. Mostly love, but also gosh. Baby girl has some shit going on. I can't unhear Shadowheart whenever Mael is on. See, I guess it's just been so long since I played Baldur's Gate, it didn't click for me until I saw that they actually had the same voice actors. And I'm like, oh, you know what? You're so right, I do hear it. It just did not register. But I also just haven't played Baldur's Gate in a really long time. I got a little burnt out on it, if I'm being honest. I don't think I've played since before they added the evil endings. It's like they went back in and patched in some like additional stuff for the evil endings. And like, yeah, I haven't played since before they added the epilogue. Like any of the epilogues. I've never played them because I've just haven't really played the game since they added those. And that is not to say that I dislike that game. I just played so much of it in such a quick amount of time and then got burnt out. Whoopsie doodles. I love that game, but it's just too much. Started like 5 times and I just can't finish it. Yeah, it's so wild because it's just like something about that game makes it so easy to just... There's just so much to that game. It makes it so tempting to restart and then you just never finish a single playthrough. You just play Act 1 over and over again. Also, I did include a baguette on this sticker sheet and I will not apologize for that. We're gonna go ahead and ink this really quick. I've heard rumors that you can get a baguette sword in the game that you can actually use. I don't know if that's true. I know that there are some costumes that let you run around with a baguette strapped to your back, but I don't know if there are actual— Stop playing with the Christmas tree! I don't know if there are actual baguette swords you can get in the game. Milo! Get out of there! She's playing with the Christmas tree again. See, what I forgot to do was I forgot to do my usual routine of chasing the cats around with the Christmas tree before I set it up, so they're scared of it and then they won't go near it and eat Christmas tree ornament hooks and die. a healthy amount of fear is good for them, and I wasn't thinking about it, and then I'd already put ornaments on the tree, and I was like, well, whatever. Baguette. Anyway. Hi. Yes, I was yelling at you. Don't play with the Christmas tree. It's not a toy for babies. What are you doing? Hey. What are you doing? Yeah? There's a baguette weapon you can get with a festival token on New Game Plus. What the fuck? You mean the festival at the very beginning of the game? I didn't get that. I played on New Game Plus and I got all the tokens and it wasn't there. What the fuck? Read more of that wiki to me. I want the baguette sword. I want it. Is it like good? Is the baguette sword meta? Is it OP? I want it. I don't care about what weapons are OP or not, but I did get a weapon in the game last night that I did not get on my first playthrough. And it's a sword, and it's purple, which makes it the best sword. A festival token from a previous playthrough must be kept. During the prologue, the weapon can be obtained. That's so many steps. That's so many steps. Well, maybe we'll do... Well... Sophie, this is going to be done with each character until there are no more weapons to obtain, until no more festival tokens are available. What the fuck? I'd have to go back and replay it to get the baguette sword? What the hell? I want the baguette sword, though, but I don't want to do a New Game Plus playthrough on stream. Because I don't want to accidentally spoil things, because you do get access to all the playable characters right from the very beginning. And they keep talking and saying things, and I don't want to spoil them for people. Milo, are you committing crimes? Are you committing crimes, baby cat? She's committing crimes. Don't let her tell you any different. I actually never found out what any of the stuff you get from the festival does at the beginning of the game. I never found any of those locations where you use them, because again, I didn't really explore very much. Whoops. Missed those. We're jamming. I like how all three of the girls I've got doing cool shit with their weapons, and then the boys are just stand there and look pretty. I'm objectifying these men, and I'm okay with that. My silly sad boys. Looking pretty on their little sticker sheets. And then Eskia plushie is there. Hi Minoko, I guess I'm doing you next. Pain to draw. Noko is another character that I had a lot of revelations about. There's a lot of stuff about his characters that you, like, initially you think is like, wow, that's weird. Why is he like that? And then you progress further through the game, and then you're just like, oh god, that's why he's like that. What the hell? Ow! And then you just, like, lay on the floor for a while. You just, like, lay on the floor and feel sad for a while. It's like everything you learn just makes the hurt worse. Smiles. Also, he's got weird fucking monkey feet with weird toes. And like thumb toes. Weird to draw. Bro looks like a Dark Souls character. Like, what if Dark Souls, but more fantasy? Just a weird little guy. With some banging fucking music. French Souls, yeah. Not far off, honestly. There's apparently, like, one boss in particular that people were like, oh my god, it's like Dark Souls, it's just like Dark Souls! And then I watched an interview with the developers, and they were like, yeah, it's very inspired by Dark Souls. I'm glad that people are, like, noticing that. And I'm like, I didn't clock that at all because I didn't play Dark Souls, but that was a fun boss. It's actually the boss you fight in the area where this music is playing. The Forgotten Battlefield. Let me grab Chroneco's references. Gotta look at your feet, bro. Gotta look at your feet and your arms. I've got you in a frickin' pose. Got this dude in a pose. But yeah, you start looking into, like, the development of this game, and there's so much just, like, wild shit about it. Like, apparently all the music was composed by this one guy who just, like, had one album on SoundCloud, and the devs heard it and were like, yeah, do you want to compose our entire game for us? And he was like, yeah. And he made, like, one of the best fucking video game soundtracks in a long time. And it's just like, wow. What a freaking narrative. What a story for that game. I want to play every sequel. Game of the fucking millennia right here. Love it. And it's so, like, it's so comforting, like, listening to the devs talk about the game, too, because they're very much like, we made this because we thought it would be fun, and we were focused on, like, making sure that we took care of the people who were making it, because when you take care of your developers, they're able to make good games. And they keep going on, you know, like, award shows and shit and saying that kind of stuff, and I'm like, hell yeah, read them for filth, because the gaming industry keeps laying people off, and it fucking sucks. It's like, hey, we made this bomb-ass game, and we're like a tiny studio with 30 people in it. And then also, you know, like, Silksong came out this year, and that game was like, what, mostly 2 developers and a couple of contractors? And it's like, wow, imagine you let the developers take the time they need, and you pay them, and you make sure that they're taken care of, and you get a good game that people like. Wow, what a fucking concept! I'm enjoying the indie revolution that seems to be slowly but surely taking hold. Just like maybe games don't need to be made by a big studio in order to be good. In fact, what if actually games that were made by a big studio were actively worse and so people started seeking out more indie games? Let's fucking go. Some of the devs were ex-Ubisoft, so they know what it's like to be on the receiving end of bad AAA gaming decisions. I so believe that. If nothing else, I feel like this area of creativity will serve as a cautionary tale in decades to come. And I just hope that future generations will listen. I think the indie space is the most exciting space for gaming, at least for my money. Yeah, I mean, honestly, and that's true for a lot of stuff right now, too. Like, comics, shows, games. Like, I feel like indie's kind of turning into the place where it's at recently. And I love that as someone who makes indie stuff. It's like, hell yeah. It's like, it's still not perfect because it's still freakishly difficult to do things by yourself and have the funding and the management ability to, like, you know, make a game or a comic or a TV show. Like, all of those are huge fucking endeavors, no matter how many people you've got underneath you. No matter how much money that you're able to get. It's still so easy for things to, like, get mismanaged or get bogged down in other shit, but I feel like, even though it's still very difficult, it does seem like it is, over time, getting easier and more accessible for people to just make things. And honestly, I think that's one of the best things to happen to the internet recently. Is like, I would not have the job I have now if it was not for the ability to make money just, like, making stuff on the internet. And, like, this, as a career, would not really have been plausible, like, 15 years ago. I mean, hell, I only recently, within the past couple of years, started making enough from this that it can be a job. And I've been at this for a while. So I think, you know, you could say a lot about the internet, but it does have its good points, I think. And the important thing is to focus on the good points and keep putting energy into the good things and less energy into the bad stuff. You know, I'm not sure what made FrankieBot go off just there. Probably some kind of... some word you used in that sentence made FrankieBot go off. It's only supposed to go off with, like, questions about the VTuber, but I'm not sure what it reacted to there. Valve was calling Ubisoft out with data recently because they can see that people are spending right about the same amount of money as always on video games. They're just sick of spending $60 for trash. Yeah, nothing in that should have made FrankieBot react. I don't know. That's... he's not sentient. He's still a little silly. There's just so many V's in the sentence he thought VTuber? Maybe. Maybe it was the VG. That's the only thing I could think of, but I'm pretty sure that's not like a thing that he's programmed to react to. It is a mystery. But yeah, I mean, like, it's one of the reasons why I didn't buy Pokemon, like, the new Legends game, just because it's like, you know, I watched some reviews, and I'm not gonna come out in here and say that a game I haven't played is trash, but the fact that it was just in one location for the entire game kind of bummed me out, and it just, I don't know, I feel like after Scarlet and Violet, I don't really trust the Pokemon team very much. It's like, I want to see a game that is, like, actually well put together and good and fun, and that people are raving about, and I will play that game. But, you know, I'd rather my money go towards something that I know for sure I'm going to enjoy, and that's why I bought Expedition 13 or 33. And you know what? I fucking love that game, and I'm still loving it, and I'm still playing it, and I'm having a blast. And I got it for like $50. And I actually got the special edition because when I bought it, the special edition was on sale, and it was actually cheaper than the base edition. It's like something that has kind of always been my philosophy when I'm making stuff is that I want people to get their money's worth out of the stuff that I make. It's why I make sure to, like, offer as much as I can for the Patreon while still keeping it reasonable for me. It's why I scream and shout about, it's like, hey, make sure that it's like, you know, I tried to do more for Patreon and I ended up burning out, and it's taken a few years of experimenting to kind of figure out, like, what a good balance is for me. But now that I've found that balance and I've kind of figured out, it's like, okay, this is what I can handle and this is what I really can't. I want to make sure that people are getting my best efforts with everything that I post. I want to make sure that, like, people are getting their money's worth, you know? And I want to make sure that I'm putting out something good. Not every single comic page is going to be a flawless masterpiece, but I still want to make sure that, like, if people are paying me for stuff, I want to make sure that they're getting something good. It's why it's like, I'm not really comfortable, like, taking donations for things. Like, a couple years ago, I wanted to get a new washer and dryer for the new house. And I was like, okay, you know, yeah, I could ask for donations or whatever, or I could just do commissions. And I was much more comfortable doing commissions because then people would get something out of it, you know? And it was why I was so hesitant to start a throne page. And I was just like, but people aren't getting anything out of this. And so that's why I kind of made it with the caveat of, is like, okay, if people buy a game off my wish list, I will play it on stream. And so you'd basically be funding that stream. It's why when I added more, like, higher tiers to my Patreon, I added them with the caveat, is like, okay, this isn't a whole lot, but if you are willing to pay this much, I'm gonna make sure that, like, you get a shout out in a video or something. It's like, that's still something that I can do that's not gonna add a whole lot of work to my plate, but I'm still recognizing that you are being kind and making those donations, you know? Kind of my philosophy on it. And it's like, yeah, you know, sometimes I'll take shortcuts. Not every single page I post is a masterpiece. Sometimes I finish a page and I'm like, wow, this is really not up to what I wanted it to be. And then the page comes out and people love it. And so I'm like, well, okay. Not every single page has to be a masterpiece. The important thing is that people like it. People enjoy the thing and that the story is good. It's like, you know, even if the pages aren't perfect, I am still making something that people would be comfortable paying for. Your Patreon is so worth it. I am so glad that you think so, because I do my very best to keep it that way. And it's why it kind of pisses me off when, like, fucking big game studios are just like, yeah, sure, whatever, we'll just put out unfinished nonsense and just expect people to pay $70 for it. I'm like, I would never. Every page with a member of the zebra herd is a masterpiece. Yeah, well, Holly, you're easy to please. I draw a picture of Zara and you go crazy. Oh, whoa. Dash different. Like, it took a while to decide how much I was going to sell my books for because, you know, like, I wanted to make money off of them, but I didn't want them to be so expensive that they were, what's the word I'm looking for? Inaccessible. Especially with How to Webcomic, it's like the point was that I wanted to make the book available to everybody. I didn't want to gatekeep the information. The entire reason I made it was so that people would have the knowledge and be able to go into making webcomics better equipped for doing that. Like, originally, the ebook for How to Webcomic was going to be $5 until, like, all my friends banded together and were like, Star, make it at least 10. And I was like, okay. And so the original How to Webcomic ebook was $10. And then when I went in and did the second edition and added a bunch of stuff, I upped it to 12. Just because it added like 80 pages. I'm actually working on a new edition of How to Webcomic. Don't get too excited. I'm not changing much. I'm just reworking the social media section because that shit goes out of date so fast. I'm changing it so it's more future-proof and I won't have to keep updating it every time a new edition comes out. I really hate that games are just allowed to release unfinished. It's so frustrating as a consumer. Yeah. It's like, come on, man, this could... And, like, another thing with Pokemon Legends is that, like, they announced DLC for a game that wasn't even out yet. And I feel like that moment was when I decided I'm not playing this. Because it was just like, you could have just put that in the base game. And the fact that you are already planning on adding DLC to a game that's not even out yet, that just shows me that you're only in this for the money, and that fucking sucks. That makes me feel bad as someone who wants to play the game. Just gonna ask if you were gonna update the social media part in How to Webcomic. Yeah, I've got to do 3 new illustrations for it, which won't take me very long. I'll probably get to that tomorrow. And then I'm thinking I might pay an editor just to do a quick copy edit pass, help me catch some typos and stuff, make it a little bit more professional. Because ideally, once this edition comes out, I won't have to update it again anymore. That's the goal. Have a future-proof edition that I can just post and never have to update again. Is the social media the part where you talk about platforms like Webtoon? No, it is the part where I talk about social media platforms. Like, I had a page for Instagram, I had a page for Twitter, I had a page for Tumblr, and all those other things. And now half the stuff on those pages is out of date. And so what I did instead was, instead of focusing entire pages on specific platforms, I just rewrote all of it to just be like, this is general tips on how to do social media, but with the caveat that for specific platforms, you're still gonna have to do your own research because shit goes obsolete so quickly that it's hard to really publish social media tips into a book. And I don't want to have to be like constantly updating this every year. It's a pain in my ass. I want to have a future-proofed version where I can just make it and then, you know, do reprints without having to change a bunch of shit every time. But let's be honest, Webtoon has always sucked for creators. That's nothing new, and I'm pretty sure I say as much in the book. Oh, forgot his leg. Why'd you stop posting cast off on Webtoon? I say on the cast off update. The last time I posted there, I said, hey, this is why I'm not going to post it there anymore. And then I left, as I said I was going to. One of several reasons. I don't feel the need to rehash it again, but just... Webtoon has never been good for creators, and that shit was the final straw, and I'm done. It's not worth it anymore. Hasn't been worth it in a while, but that was just kind of the last straw of what I was willing to tolerate. I do not need Webtoon. Webtoon needs its creators more than its creators need Webtoon. And I am all in favor of doing things that are going to help them realize that, and I encourage other people to do the same. It's like, okay, well, what if I did an SKA sticker, but what if I did him as a plushie instead? Because there is a plushie SKA in the game, and it's very cute. And I think that fits with him being just a little sticker. He kind of looks like a frog, though. He's a little froggy shaped. He's a little bit frog-like. SKA is Sarah's favorite character, and she made me live stream me playing the game for her so that she could watch me meet SKA, and I'm just like, yeah, I understand why this is your favorite character. He's just a silly little guy. I might still post, like, the current chapter of Cast Off is finished. Go to the website to read it. Updates on Webtoon, but I'm done posting, like, actual comic updates there. I'm done with this shit. They don't care about their creators, they care about making money off their creators, and they will treat you exactly as bad as you will tolerate without leaving. And as soon as you get sick of them, they just rip the rug out from under you and move on to the next schlep. I wish that were not the case. I truly do wish that that were not the case, but unfortunately it is. And the sooner people realize that, the sooner we will have less people shilling Webtoon and all their bullshit. I know we're at hour 3 because my throat's starting to hurt, but I'm gonna finish inking this little SKA plushie and then we'll call it a night. I want to finish inking this section at least, or this sticker sheet. I also dislike Webtoon, but it's the only way for me to have an audience of a decent size. I use Tapas, but it doesn't compare. See, here's the trick, my friend. Here's the trick. You bait and switch them. You get people interested in your comic on platforms like Webtoon, Tapas, all that, and then you entice people to read it on your website instead. You're like, hey, you want to read the next page right now? Go read it on the main website, and then you just post a link to it. That's what I did on both Webtoon and Tapas for a long time. The only reason I don't still do that on Tapas is because I was invited to do the early access stuff. And that's the only reason I stopped doing it. Because I wanted to make sure that, you know, if people were going to pay me money for early access stuff, I wanted to make sure that they were actually, you know, getting their money's worth. Like I said. If we want to stop using Webtoon, we gotta start prioritizing the other better platforms. Exactly. It's like, yeah, no, Wappus? I tried to create an unholy fusion of Webtoon and Tapas in my brain just there. And I don't much care for it. It's kind of cursed sounding. Sounds like the sound it makes when you hit somebody with a paper fan. Wappus! But yeah, I mean, that's what I do, is like, post it on a platform, but encourage people to read it somewhere else or support you on Patreon. Wappus! Check out my new webcomic platform, Wappus. It's the perfect place to post your webcomic. Don't worry about the name. Anyway, I think I'm done inking this. I think the inks are done! I think inks are finished, Captain. I'm done inking my sad French people. Yippee! I'm not sure if I will stream the coloring of this. I might. Or I might just do it off stream. But yeah, so I don't... Next stream will be when I feel like it. Next stream will be when I feel like it. Maybe Expedition 33 stream this weekend? Friday or this weekend, maybe? I don't know. I'll see what I'm feeling and I'll think about it. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for joining me for my first ever Patreon live stream. If you are not on my Patreon and you want to watch streams live, I'm probably going to be doing at least most of my live streams for patrons only in the future. I will still probably occasionally do public live streams. Like I imagine that my gaming streams are probably going to be available to the public, but drawing streams, I like them to be a little bit chiller, so it's easier for me to read chat. So I will probably be doing those for patrons. Patrons get access to the live chat, and then the VOD goes out for the public after the stream is done. I'm probably going to be doing that more often in the future. So if you want to make sure that you can see those, make sure to join my Patreon. I'm going to drop a link in the chat right here. If that button works. There we go. So there's FrankieBot with the link. But yeah, so next stream will be when I feel like it. Maybe later this week. Probably later this week. But yeah, so thank you guys for joining me. I will see you all next time. Fare thee well, friends. Goodbye!